Okay, we're dealing with health and health problems. In particular, we're going to be looking at the environment and its impact on health. Now, considering that the majority of the world's population is living in cities, we can have a look at the urban environment and the factors that may lead it to being healthy or unhealthy. Now, what kind of general problems can you think of that would lead to an urban environment being unhealthy?
Pollution from factories and car exhausts.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening in Cringilla is an example of that.
Yes, good.
And noise pollution, I think that's a big factor in a lot of people's mental health, because you've got people living on highways and next to dance parties and noisy factories.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And what about all the pubs? And I wonder there's so many alcoholics around. I mean, my uncle drinks a bottle of scotch a day.
What's the use? The whole world's a complete mess. It just gets worse every day. You've just got to watch the news. There's nothing we can do about it, is there?
Well, you've all pointed to some very good things, and some of you have pointed to some very specific subjects. Now, Jono has asked us what we can do, which brings us to community action. Now, that's what we're actually talking about today. So, what sort of program strategies are you familiar with? Okay, in a moment I'm going to get you to get into groups of 4, and I'll give each group one of these case studies to discuss, read and discuss. Now, at the back of each one, you'll find these questions, which I'd like you to have a look at. What is this particular city trying to achieve? What did the city do as part of the Healthy Cities program? And how would you define a healthy city? Now, once you've discussed that, we'll all come back together, we'll see what you've found out and discuss your answers. So, off you go. My teaching is actually very directed and focused, even though it may not look that way. I start by knowing exactly what I want the students to learn and what skills they are to develop. So the question then becomes, what's the best way to get them to learn? I list all the points I need them to understand, so if they can't come up with these from their experience, discussion or reading, I can fill in the gaps. I aim to get the students involved with the content, interacting with it. I mean, I want them to be able to understand the content, but just not that alone. I want them to be able to explain it, to use it to solve problems. You see, they have a body of knowledge, but they may not be able to apply it yet. I kind of help them to repackage the information by providing the links.